me stranded out there in Georgia at a gas station in the middle of nowhere.
Continuing coverage tonight, horror stories from Greyhound passengers after Fox 17 News first showed you this video of passengers en route from Nashville to Memphis, stranded at a market in Jackson well after dark. We continue to get calls and emails from folks telling similar stories. Tonight, a transportation expert tells Fox 17 News what he believes is causing all the chaos. Fox 17 News' Caitlin Miller in studio now with more on what she's discovered.
Yes, Scott. Well, I'm going to show you some of the Greyhound bus stations that have closed across the country. Let's take a look on the map. We have 2 in Ohio, in Columbus and Cincinnati, 2 also here in Tennessee, in Knoxville and Chattanooga. We have 1 station that closed in Philadelphia, another one in Tampa, Florida, and 1 in Houston, Texas. Now, a transportation expert tells me that this is because a German company bought Greyhound and they were given just 30 days notice to find other locations for bus stops. Nancy Dieters was traveling from Hinesville, Georgia to Kissimmee, Florida on Monday and says her bus was loading up in a gas station parking lot.
When I was trying to load my bags onto the bus driver was very rude and mean and yelled at me.
Dieters says the bus driver did not let her on because of an argument.
I was crying. I was scared.
She says she was left at a gas station in the middle of rural Georgia. This is just one of many horror stories that Fox 17 News is digging into. Fox 17 News has reached out to Greyhound every day this week for answers. A transportation expert who wishes to remain anonymous says Greyhound was sold to a German company called Flixbus. The expert says Flix did not buy any of the bus terminals from the former owners, the first group. So then they were given a 30 days notice to find other locations for a bus station since they were selling those properties.
The drivers have not had the opportunity to be trained on where a bus stop actually is. And in many cases, that bus stop is changing maybe 2 to 3 times in a few months period.
Which is causing chaos.
Where they left a beautiful terminal in Knoxville, and they moved to a gas station, which was not open at night, so people were being dropped off in the middle of the night at a closed gas station.
A practice the transportation expert says the city of Knoxville shut down. A transportation professor at DePaul University says it's becoming a trend.
The last thing you want, bus lines just moving to a curb and where there's not facilities. Unfortunately, we're seeing that in some cities.
Which is a big reason Dr. Joe Schwieterman says why drivers are confused and why passengers are concerned for their safety. Now, some of the cities that are expanding their terminals and are doing great include Boston, New York City, and Atlanta. Dr. Schwieterman says this is because they have stations. These stations have support from state and city. Reporting live from in studio, I'm Caitlin Miller, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.